tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Yeah, it seemed like he had great rhythm on that. You can see the disappointment in his face.
And there's Derrick Rose on the assist by Westbrook. Westbrook's got his assist totals piling up, 11 now for him. Now here's Parker. Outside Baylor. From 15 feet away. And then Cousins with the dunk.
And he's just going all out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent MGA from converting that one.
Well, clearly this is the kind of game that could come down to one or two plays, and he wants to be the guy to make those plays.
Here's Westbrook. Following the basket by DeMarcus Cousins. Bosh, the screen. Westbrook passes to Bosh. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. 26 points for Chris Bosh.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. And that's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They've decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half.
Here's Westbrook. Following the basket by Elgin Baylor. Westbrook drives in. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Parker outside. Pass to Cousins. There's Crawford with the three. Rebounded by Rose. Now a timeout called by Boston.
Give it up for your Heat dancers. And the rival Boston is your Heat dancers.
And it's Bosh in the corner. 3 seconds left. The shot misses.
Okay, Miami, now coming out of the court are your Heat dancers. Let them hear ya.
Welcome back as we get rolling once more. The fourth quarter right ahead in what's been a very well-contested game. So for the Heat, their last game a loss to the Detroit Pistons. Boris Diaw is out there with Baylor. Then there's McCollum. Then there's Jennings. And it's Laverne in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Jennings wide open. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Celtics trail by 3. Kerr can't hit.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
There's a screen. McCollum with the ball. He's picked up by Wall. Snatched away. And pushing it up, here's Boston. And he banks in the layup. Wall's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Celtics. I think all three of us agree John Wall, a tremendous all-around player.
Outstanding. Speed was what jumped out at me most when I saw him first at Kentucky. Now he's been able to harness that speed as a pro, and he makes plays that very few can make as a point guard.
He gives you a lot of different looks, doesn't he?
He sure does.
And the Heat call time here.
And guys, John Wall, obviously one of the most electrifying players to enter the league in some time. Unreal body control, tremendous length and athleticism for a point guard. And that's one of the reasons he gets so many steals, blocks, and rebounds. All the extra things from his position that really add up.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Guys, over that last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address his team. And with the game still very much in play, he sounded very confident, telling the players, don't let up. This is where we make our move. Right now. Go take it. Kevin?
Here's Westbrook. Boris Diaw picking up that. Oh!
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented. For plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Now here's Westbrook. Westbrook double team. And he hammers that one down right in the face of Boris Diaw.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
And that one's good by Baylor.
Great job of utilizing that screen and finding space to knock down the jumper. Good basketball.
Right side wall. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
Catching up on the changes with Miami. DeMarcus Cousins, he's checked in for Laverne. Julius Randle comes in for Boris Diaw. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And Tony Parker subbed in for Brandon Jennings. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Celtics.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
They have, but you also can't overlook how well they defended the rim, as they've challenged every shot and also gotten quite a few blocks as well.
Bosch takes a big high bounce and goes in. Bosch has got the lead up to 2 now for the Celtics.
And this has really been a well-played game up to this point. And you know what? I bet it stays that way until the end.
I certainly hope so. I mean, it's been a terrific contest, and there's nothing like a pair of teams just balling out the way they have been.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
What a game it's been for Westbrook. He has 8 points, and his huge assist tally makes it all the more impressive.
You know what? He's the catalyst. He's the reason why this team plays with such harmony. And if his passing continues, they are going to be dangerous.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Yeah, maybe a change of the game plan right now, looking at some different sets because of the matchups.
Yeah, I agree with you, because they're looking to tweak things to maybe get those matchups working in their favor.
Give it up for your Heat Dancers.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And both free throws good for Westbrook.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
It's Parker with the drive. Russell Westbrook with the rebound. Westbrook's got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Bosch from deep. And it's Miami with the rebound. Parker dishes to Baylor. And that one's good. Baylor's got the game tied up here for Miami.
You know, it's really going to be all about hard work from this point on. And they worked hard to create that high-quality shot right there.
No question. That's their goal down the stretch here. I think finding those close-range rhythm shots.
Shots good by Bosch.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Chris Bosch really making a difference here.
He's on fire. And they needed to put their heads together to figure out how to get the ball out of his hand.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They're down by 3. 1:51 left in the 4th quarter. .151 left in the 4th quarter. Now the pass to Cousins. Nobody near Parker. Good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist. And it's 6 points for Parker.
Defensively, they can't afford to back off of him that much. You don't want to be giving up easy threes, especially at this stage of the game.
Bosch sets the pick for Westbrook. And the call will be against Julius Randle. That's his first foul.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
There's 1:26 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Mutombo sets a screen. Double team on Westbrook. And here's Bosch for three. That one goes. Count it. Bosch has got 34 points.
Right now, they don't seem to have an answer for the outside game this second half.
And the Heat call time here. They're behind by 3. 1:16 left in the fourth. .16 left to play here in the fourth. Parker kicks to Cousins. Good ball movement here by Miami. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Man, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
Now here's Westbrook. There's the feed to Bosch. No one near Wall as he lets it go. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Yeah, nothing wrong with fighting for the rebound, but he gets nailed with the over-the-back call.
And, Greg, you know I was an offensive rebounder in my day. And I like that kind of aggressive play. But he's got to do a little better job of trying to get position earlier in that case.
Yeah, that's a good point. Positioning is so vital when you're trying to rebound the basketball, and that's something that wasn't on display in that possession.
Now Westbrook after the missed three from Elgin Baylor. It's Westbrook with the drive. Money!
This is exactly what happens when you allow Chris Bosh to get going.
Timeout called, the Heat. They're trailing by 3. 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And you know what? You got a couple options here. You can take the three to tie it or get the quick two and then a foul.
And, you know, if it opens up for them inside, the quick two would be the way I would lean, Greg. But the foul has to come immediately after that.
McCollum's checked in for Miami.
Give it up for your Heat Dancers.
23 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Cousins. Yes! And that shot brings them to within just one.
Boy, what a pressure bucket that was.
Greg, now that's coming through in the clutch.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
That's a good foul, though. I like that. I mean, clock management's crucial at this time of the game.
And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good. To the middle. Randall passes to Baylor. It's stolen by Mutombo. Up the floor. Here's Richardson. Count it!
And Kevin, maybe the play of the game right there.
A tremendous instincts grade to come up with a steal and then attack the basket.
Game changer right there, guys. An unbelievable play to make it this stage of a really tight ball game.
And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the...
Chris, a nice win in the first of a back-to-back, but what's on your mind with the game tomorrow against a very tough opponent?
Well, I mean, we're here. We're here at another tough part in the schedule. You know, we have a very tough challenge tomorrow, especially with a back-to-back. So we're at the part of the schedule where everybody has, but we're going to have to continue to pick it up and hopefully get a W tomorrow.
Chris, thank you. Kevin, there are no breaks in an NBA schedule.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg,
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Bosh. He had just an outstanding fourth quarter performance. He really had the fire lit under him, and down the stretch, really having a huge impact on the outcome of this game.
Well, he showed us just how good he can be when he's at the top of his game. And the building was stunned. You saw people leaving early, throwing pop.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure.